Hello and welcome back, everybody. It's Thursday. That means it's Paint and Pendulum night. The day is here. Would probably someone who was here last week, want to do a recap?
It's funnier if we make Ivy do it.
Well,
what had happened was
that's what I was just going to say. What had happened was Livka's a bitch, and now we're at where we're at now. Now, there's a little more than that. We went up the tower. We fought some goons. We got some treasure. And when we got to we got the treasure afterwards. But when we got to the top where Livka was, Shield put his bitch ass in a chokehold and rendered him pretty useless. And he says, nah, fam, I can't fight you on this balcony. And he yeeted himself right out. So after Livka yeeted himself out, we did some grubby finger things and picked up some treasure. And now we're going to have to fight him and his 40 zombie army out in the middle of his damn lair because he's a pussy and didn't want to do it by himself. And that's the recap.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah. Crazy fast flight up the stairs. You guys even ignored a couple floors, I think, on your way up completely that didn't directly have anything to fight or that was stopping you. You just kept going until you got there. And yeah, he fled. And we ended as you were all exploring the dungeon. As I've kind of mentioned, you guys could treat this as a short rest if you'd like. You haven't really done anything strenuous. But you guys had opened 4 of the dungeon doors with the key that had been left in the cell that Livka seemed to have teleported out of. And as the last one was opening up, those of you with dark vision, so I believe Sunny and Elvira, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You see that while 1 or 2 of the other cells had like skeletons chained to them, some kind of long dead corpse, you find what seems to be some kind of a living humanoid still. You can see the chest kind of rising and falling with breath. They don't seem to be conscious. They seem to be hanging limply from the chains.
If we see a person, I am going to turn to my friends and I'm going to say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I would like to try to pick the lock on the person to let him free.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
While she's working on the lock, I'm going to just do a medicine check and check them out and figure out what state they're actually in.
Sure.
19.
19 on the lockpick. Okay. And if you wanted to give me a medicine check, you certainly can, Sunny.
28.
Okay. So we'll start with that while Elvira's picking the lock. She's going, and it doesn't take her long. She gets one of them undone, and you kind of look at this slumped unconscious form. They seem, one of the first things you notice is they don't seem to have flesh. It seems their skin seems to be like stone. But again, they are like breathing and moving. They don't really have hair. They have like these like stalactites off of them, and they seem like they are in not great shape. And probably malnourished. They are relatively injured, probably, some kind of torture or something. They do seem like some kind of healing could potentially help them a little bit, but they're not actually like at 0. They're just severely injured and malnourished.
I'll put a charge from the staff into them.
Okay. And the staff is...
I've got a healer's kit. If you don't want to waste from the staff, I've got healer's kit and ointment we could use.
The staff replenishes each morning. It's fine.
Oh, fair.
So it's 11 healing.
Okay, 11. Okay, cool. So yeah, they kind of like, you see their breaths start to kind of take more in. They had been very like shallow before, and they start to breathe better. And after a moment, their eyes kind of open up, and you see these like vibrant, almost emerald green eyes looking at you as Elvira gets the other manacle done, and they kind of look around and they're like, what happened?
I'll just help steady them a little bit because I'm sure they're going to feel wobbly.
Oh yeah,
and
like they
offer
haven't
my
stood on
water
their own in a
skin.
while.
Hi,
I'll
I'm
offer
Sunny.
my
I'm Sunny. How did you get here?
That's a bit of a story. I had heard rumors about here. I kind of travel around and see what the world has to offer, and when I hear interesting rumors, I like to explore them, and they led me into the catacombs, and then here where I learned of a necromancer that seemed to have some large plans. I couldn't really figure it out, but I decided to try and stop it, but that did not go so well.
Yeah, we just scared him off, but like he's probably gonna come back and be mad at us. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to fight our way out. Um, but we're in his tower at the moment, and he's not. Um, I'm Sunny. I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Shoal.
Nice to meet you, Shoal, and I will offer my water skin because you probably are dehydrated, and offer one of my rations so you can eat.
And he like there's no hesitation. He just like downs it as like the entire water skin in like one drink, and then he hands it back, and you see him just start going to town on these, road cakes and jerky and things that are in your normal travel rations. And he kind of looks around. He's like, "Thank you." Yeah, I guess if I certainly don't want to be here anymore.
Did you have things that of yours that we should be looking for that he took?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm not big on like weapons or anything.
Me neither. They're mostly overrated.
I've got an extra set of leather armor and a few extra things I could offer if you need it. I don't use my crossbow or daggers very often.
I mean, if you want, I probably won't use them. I definitely don't need the armor.
Okay,
Like
I'll just
I'm pretty good at dodging when people try to hit me, but magic can get a little different with that.
fair.
So like what exactly like how do you fight? Like what do you do like in a normal fight?
I punch things and kick them.
Okay, I like your style. And then I'm
I
gonna
mean, it's a little different. I can also heal people a little bit, I guess.
Where are you
yeah.
from? Shoal, where are you from?
Originally Asperon.
Oh,
But like I said, I've been traveling for a good few years.
yeah, I was gonna say you probably haven't been home in a while. Then, have you? Do you know what's going on in the world right now?
I mean, I've been here for a couple months. I've heard, rumors and whispers of war, but
Oh, this guy's a douche, mega douche. This Lifka guy, huge
I
douche.
tell.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I can tell.
do you know why he kept you?
I assume he tried asking me questions. Who sent me? What am I doing here? That kind of thing. He didn't seem overly happy to have company. Honestly, I didn't really make it to him. The whole army outside kind of limited me somewhat. I'm surprised you guys got in. You said they're still out there?
Yeah. It turns out zombies aren't real observant, and when you dress like a zombie and you walk like a zombie, you kind of assume you're a zombie.
Just
when you're
call
not.
us the Whisperers. That's all you need to know.
I mean, that's a decent name, I guess.
And I like to fireball stuff.
You can fireball those zombies if we have to deal with them.
That's right. See? You get me. I'm gonna start making a macaroni bracelet and be like, but don't eat this. Don't eat this. This is for keepsies.
Okay.
This is not a snack. I just want you to know that because the last time I gave some people some macaroni bracelets, they didn't appreciate my hard work. I got very upset. I mean, I still am upset, but it's okay. I'm gonna settle the score when I see them again. So don't worry. But you seem pretty cool, so I'm gonna give you this. Don't betray my love and affection. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. He seems very confused. From what he said, it's probably been a while since he's talked to anyone who wasn't actively like interrogating him. So he's just kind of adjusting a little bit, but he does seem like grateful.
Do you need to? I realize you've been stuck in this place, so you haven't really been doing a lot of exercise. But like, do you need to rest and recover and stretch, or I don't know what, before we try to go, or like?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't know how awesome I would be in a fight right now, but I also don't really want to spend more time here than I need to. But I don't know who you guys are or what you're doing here really either. I know you're Sunny.
I have a great idea.
Sorry.
You're the Whisperers.
Yes. That's just gonna be our new band name.
The Whisperer, says the squawking owlin who never shuts the fuck up. Oh. Well, if you're not able to combat, right, you have to be somewhat useful, I assume. So maybe you can plan our escape route for once we deal with these things. If shit goes sideways, we got to be able to GTFO super fast. So maybe that can be your task.
For what it's worth, I can be pretty fast.
All right, great. Fast is good. Fast as fuck, boy.
But as far as like a quick get out of here, the only way out I'm personally aware of is through the catacombs.
Yeah. Better out than in, I always say.
Non sequitur.
Okay.
Well,
can you see in the dark, perchance? Do you have like dark vision?
I don't think I do. Let me double check.
Okay. If you don't, I will hold your hand, and then we can hold Sunny's hand because Sunny knows where they're going. They can see.
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. So then, I can't. So since you're new, you're gonna have to hold my hand, and then I have to hold Sunny's hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so you don't get. Just so in case anything happens, you'll be close to me. And, Sunny can tell me, like, over there, and then I'll...
We're not trying to sneak. I can cast a light.
I mean...
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're trying to leave. They already know we're here. Never mind.
They know.
Can I still hold your hand, though?
Of course.
Perfect. Oh, by the way, I'm Ivy. Hi. I'm Ivy. Hi.
I was just gonna keep calling you Bracelet Lady.
Ivy, do you have an extra macaroni necklace?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I cast a light on it so you can have a glowing macaroni necklace.
Ivy's hella hype for this macaroni necklace. Anybody who destroys this macaroni bracelet or something happens to it, it's automatically on site. Every time I see you, it's on site. On site. I will destroy you over this macaroni bracelet that glows. I can just imagine Ivy like, you hoes mad. You hoes mad.
That's exactly right.
Hoes mad.
Hopefully your hag friends aren't mad and they choose to keep their noses on their own faces and not at Livka's back.
Listen, I better not see them because, like I said, it's on hands. It's on site. They can catch his hands.
I mean, I can dig it, but not when we already have a necromancer and his tiny army in our face. Can we separate them? Can we?
I mean, yeah. Okay, fine.
Battles that'd be dope.
That's true. I can always come back here.
I love Sue.
Them.
but I don't want two kinds of meat in my soup. I'm not trying to have fish and beef in the same soup. It's just not a combination I'm going for. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god, I get
I
you.
have no
But
idea,
like,
but I agree.
but like fish and shrimp though, yes.
Yes, but Livka, I got beef with, and those hags are extremely fishy, and they do not belong in the same pot that we're cooking with.
I got you. I feel what you're giving into the universe. I'm feeling it. I can fight them later. Is basically the point over the macaroni bracelet. So we got Livka, 3 hating ass hags. It's fine. We'll just separate it. It's fine. Do it later.
Do you guys make a habit of having enemies?
Not
Um,
really.
Well, some life choices are habit forming.
I don't know if Alvira does.
Listen,
That I can understand.
we're actually really nice and friendly people, and people, but you know, people want to try to exploit that, and they think that they can just treat us any type of way. And you give somebody like a macaroni bracelet, and they don't like appreciate it, and then they snitch on you to like the number one person they shouldn't snitch on you to. So you feel like super betrayed and hurt, and then they don't even come around to apologize. And so then they just have to get fireballed. Like, I'm sorry, like, you know, at that point, I've done what I could.
They did
My
tell us they were
team-
going to snatch Ivy.
Would it not
Listen.
have been more prudent to fireball them before they snitched?
You know, before they snitched, I wasn't gonna give it. You know, X gonna give it to him. It was not gonna happen. But then they snitched, even though they low key said they were gonna snitch. But then I was like, nah, because I'm gonna give them these sick ass macaroni bracelets, and they're gonna be super dope about it, and they're not gonna snitch. And then they snitched anyways. So I don't care that they said they were gonna snitch. They're still getting a fireball in the face. All 3.
True.
Okay, it's gonna be a triple combo. Number 3 on the menu is happening.
Olivera's just sitting there with her wings crossed, giving Ivy a combination of super proud and super concerned at the same time, because I have never seen anybody's beak move faster than mine, and you definitely just topped it. Like, you just poured her all over my Rusty Wallace, and I don't even know how to deal with it.
But yeah, so like I was saying, we're really nice, but people just keep trying the system. So here we are, enemies. They're haters. They're just haters.
It's a little bit more involved than that, but that's the short story. Yeah, that's why I said if you haven't heard, things are a little rough in your homeland. Your emperor was he got.
That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Oh,
I guess that's surprising, I should say.
The House of the Mind also got.
Yep.
Which the more I think about it, the more I blame our mutually jerk friend here, Livka. Because he's
You know his name?
Yeah, I know his full name actually.
Yeah.
Livka Vivariandi.
You forgot little bitch. That's his middle name.
Yeah, that part. That part too. But yeah, Livka Vivariandi, descendant of Mater Vivariandi, if that helps you at all in your history. And he's really becoming, for lack of a better word, a pain in our ass. As you know, we just want to see the world in a happy, moving forward state. And some people just want to set it back to your wives stay at home and cook all day for you, and you just go out with the boys sort of thing. We're not doing that, you know?
I think that I can understand that. I mean, if we get out of here, I'll have to check in, obviously, make sure everyone's okay, but.
So,
Well, should we be trying to make our way out? Is there anything else we need to do?
I don't think so. I'm just ready to get this fight over with so we can have a vacation before we have to go back to fighting other folks.
So, if you guys start going, Shoal will follow. Yeah, it's totally up to you if you guys want to start making your way down. You guys make your way down. There's essentially on the 6th and 7th floor, you guys are eventually able to locate like individual little circles similar to the ones in the magic circle that return you to that floor, because there are no stairs between 5 and 6. But you all make your way down eventually through the areas that you've looted and explored. And as you get to the ground floor, there's no more banging at the door with like when you first started climbing. It does seem to like the door has definitely been battered. You know, some of the planks are like bent in and whatever, but it is still a door. It's still closed and locked tight. And you guys do not hear a sound. As you walk out, you see most of the zombies seem to at some point have returned to their natural marching order, and it seems like that is where they have all just laid down. As you open the door and kind of look down the stairs and out over the cavern, we can do this for reasons.
So they seem to be inanimate at the moment?
They do.
It feels weird to walk through the middle of them. I think we ought to circle around like we came in. That way, in case they stand up, we're not like in the middle of them all.
Okay. So you guys start going. We'll get that on there. Trailing behind. As you guys make your way out and around, you begin walking, and again, there's no sound. You're in this underground cavern. The zombies are not moving, and they're dead, so there's no breathing or anything. But as you're walking, give me who has the highest passive perception here.
I have 19.
I think Sunny.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think Sunny's gonna hear with a 19 definitely. As you guys are kind of coming around in this corner over here, like you did keeping around the rocks, you start to hear distant feet up in the tunnel that like up on the cliff face.
Okay, it sounds like he's coming. I also have like 120-foot dark vision instead of the normal 60.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's coming from the tunnel. Are there any other places to climb out other than that tunnel?
Looking around, honestly, with your dark vision and that passive perception, you do not see anywhere out. The ceiling is, it was like an 80-foot cliff, so the ceiling is like 100 feet up. There's this tower that goes straight up to it, but it just seems like a closed cavern whose only connection seems to be the catacombs.
I guess this is one way to keep door-to-door salesmen from, bothering you.
So we can... So Sunny can hear, but Sunny can't see anything.
They haven't emerged from the tunnel up there quite yet. So there's nothing actually in sight. They're still distant a little bit, but with Sunny's passive perception in this silent cavern, you can hear the footsteps echoing. And when Sunny points it out, you all can just faintly hear footsteps echoing. And it does sound like there's more than one set, at least to Sunny specifically.
There's a couple of them at least. Do we want to try to fight them at the cave mouth or out here? I worry about him being able to stand up more of these undead.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bones and stuff.
I think we should do it in the cave mouth. I agree.
Okay, let's try to make our way over towards there then.
Oh, Ivy.
Yes.
Do you have the ability to make a wall of fire?
I believe I do.
If we funnel into the cave mouth, maybe you can wall of fire behind us to keep anything from... I don't want to get funneled into that like the 300 at the hot gates to die, right? So if we don't have to worry about them pushing at our back, if you can wall a fire behind us, that would be primo magnifico.
Yeah, let me see. I have fire shield, but I think that's a self spell.
Yeah, yep, it is.
That is, yep. It's a great spell. Defense, offense, all in one.
Yep. I think that's all I have. I have Wall of Force.
Booyah! That's even better. That's a good one. Does the same thing, it just isn't flaming. Okay, good. Yes,
Yeah.
perfect. So you can slam the wall up behind us once we get into the cave mouth, and we'll at least have cover at our back.
Yep. Sounds good.
Perfecto. Fuck these zombies.
And just as you're saying that, Sonny, you see a figure step into the cave mouth, looking over the cavern.
He's here.
We better make like a tree and leaf then.
If you guys would like to try and stealth as he kind of looks out over the cavern, you certainly can.
Sure.
26.
Nice. Shoals on point.
Stealth. Oh
Holy-
boy.
24, and that's with disadvantage and having a +5.
Nice.
Ooh, 21. I got lucky.
Look at us, stealthy boy.
I'll just have you know, Shoal rolled a natural 20.
Hey.
Hell
for
yeah.
his but that's pretty solid.
And here's for shield. He has a +2 for 12.
I will make
Damn it, shield.
shield invisible. Nope. I will make shield invisible with one of my
Okay.
bardic inspirations.
Okay.
Shield's like, wait, we're hiding? Why is everyone hiding?
Left shield, get down.
And what the other thing I'm gonna say is as you guys are crouching down, you notice that the darkness around you kind of gathers closer, obscuring you even more. Essentially, pass without a trace is in effect.
Oh, even better.
Yep. And it's only you do see as Sunny can anyways. I don't know for sure how far Alvira's dark vision is. But I know.
120.
Okay, if you're 120,
friendo.
okay, if you're 120, you can also see this figure, and you see it kind of stand there for a second, and its head turns as it surveys, and you see it kind of double take and look at the rock where you are, but then it continues and then just starts walking down the stairs.
Are there people behind it?
Not that you can see.
Can I hear them?
You do hear at least one other set of footprints moving down the steps with him.
We're doing this, right? Am I whispering to other folks?
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
he
no,
doesn't.
Okay. Sunny starts casting.
Okay, we can, if we would, you guys will get a surprise round. He has not noticed you.
Let me give you the information about Shield's invisibility really quick, Sonny, because it's not a standard invisibility spell. So he is invisible until the end of a turn or until it hits a creature with an attack. If the target hits a creature with an attack during the invisibility, the creature will take necrotic damage equal to my bardic inspiration die and be frightened until the end of until the end of its next turn. I'll put it in the chat too, but it does some fancy shit more than just make him invisible.
Yep.
Good to know. And then yeah, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative, but you all essentially will get a surprise round because they did not spot you with the pass without a trace helping you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Ooh, 19 initiative for me. And let me get some.
Mine's an 8.
Okay.
Because it stopped on freaking like a corner between 7 and 15. And I took the 7. Bastard.
Okay.
I got an 8. I'll put it in the chat.
I got 8. Write that down here.
Oh, that's just rude.
And before all of this, Ivy, please give me a base charisma check.
Okay.
Or I guess it could be any of the charisma abilities if you have a proficiency.
My charisma's like a -1, so I don't think so. Okay, charisma. So let's see. A base charisma. 14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Good to know. So initiatives, 20 to 25. 19. I can see that here, can't I? Isn't there a way I can like see previous rolls in here?
On D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there should be like a little chat, a game log.
Yep.
Oh,
So
I
it
got
should
it.
be like, yeah.
I got it. Cool. Okay. And Sunny is 12. So. And Alvira was 19. Okay. It will probably take me a minute. There's quite a few things to get set up here.
All good.
Let me ask you about this tactical map we're looking at here, right?
Yes.
So Lifka's up on a cliff here at the south. Let me put us to the side. All right,
Yep.
Lifka's here at a cliff, right? All right,
Yep.
I'm going to draw a bar that indicates that he's on a cliff or something. So that way we
Yeah,
can know.
he's walking down normal pace 30 feet. So his on the first turn at this point when Sunny's attacking, he's probably about 50 feet above the ground still.
Okay. I'll draw us a little line there so we know. And then like this the way down. Because if I'm not mistaken, we're all over in this area. So
It's a cliff. I love your cliff, Bay.
It's glorious.
It's very to the point. I like it.
Okay, cool. That was easier than I thought it'd be. So, first round of combat. First things they are not aware you're there. Surprise round. What would each of you like to do with your turn? It's surprise round, so any order. I know Sunny was kind of initiating casting, so if Sunny wants to finish their spell first, that's definitely okay.
I'm okay with Alvaro going first. My opening round was a fireball on him. So I was like, he's got someone invisible behind him.
Yeah, okay, and that'll definitely be in range, even with them up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you want to do that. Like I said, all of you are aware something is happening. I will say Shoal doesn't have a ton he can do at this range and just kind of sits here hiding.
Little Sean.
But yeah, so if you want to roll damage, I can roll their dex saves, and then whatever the rest of you are doing, if shield is moving forward while invisible.
Let me see.
Number of dice. Looks like the right number of dice. 29 damage, fire damage, dex 18 for half.
18?
Yep.
Okay, and you said 29?
Yep.
Good to know. Then the others. That's a pass. That's a fail. That's a pass. Okay, so 2 pass.
I was guessing he was being followed by invisible hags, and like Ivy said we had to fireball him, so I'm fireballing.
Glad that you said that. I'm glad that you chose Fireball, because I was definitely going to do Fireball too. That's my first move is a Fireball, just in that direction.
You know what? May the force be with you, friends.
Okay.
I'll let you fireball. I'll let you guys get your fireball off, and then the last thing that I'll go last in the surprise round because I'm going to do attempt to do a little bit of battlefield control.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're doing fireball as well, Ivy?
I'm doing Firebolt. My character.
Firebolt. Okay. At Lifka.
Lifka, yeah, directly on
Okay.
Lifka.
That's 120-foot range, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yep,
Go for it.
I moved a little closer first, but I would
Okay.
still be in range. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Definitely.
Yeah, Sunny's going to stay up with Ivy. I think Shield
Okay.
will probably be in front of us.
So I got a 24,
Okay. That definitely hits.
and then the damage is 13.
13. Okay. Thank you. 2. And then what's up, Alvira? Like I said, I assume Shield moves up. I don't know if he has any, 70-foot range attacks.
No, he does
Okay.
not. He has barbarian things. The
Yeah.
first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 charges of the spider staff to cast web on Livka.
Okay. Let me just grab that spell unless you have it.
I do have it. It is going to be a DC 17 Dex saving throw.
Okay. He fails. He is restrained.
All right, so it is a 20-foot cube
Okay.
in that area. Thick stick webbing, difficult terrain, and lightly obscured. Each creature that starts its turn in the web is restrained if it fails to save, which is he is.
Yep.
And as long as it remains in the web restrained or until it breaks free.
Okay. And the DC is the same to break out, I assume.
Yeah, my spell save DC is 17. Yes.
Okay. Cool. So action web.
Yep, from my spider staff because I'm not going to burn no spell slots for that.
Cool.
And I'm also getting airborne while I do so because I want to be off the floor.
Okay. Cool. So that brings us to the top of the initiative. And the first thing that happens is behind Lifka, Wanda materializes.
Knew it. Bitch.
And she looks down at the group, and I need to double check this.
Range might be exciting.
I love that you said bitch because that was the first thing I thought. Bitch.
Ugh.
She better still not be wearing my fucking macaroni bracelet.
There we go. That's what I was looking for, and it is. Yep. Cool. So you are in range of them, which means they are also in range of you. Wanda puts her hands together, and I'm going to need everyone except Alvira who used your movement to fly up, so you're not in the line. But I'm going to need a dexterity, I believe, saving throw. As lightning starts sparking in her hands, and then a bolt shoots out straight at you all.
Okay.
Ooh.
If you would like, just for your reference, the saving throw is 15.
Damn, I got a 13.
Well, Sunny saves. How about Shield? This is for Shield with +2.
Okay. That's 20 damage, lightning damage for those of you who failed.
Okay.
And
20.
10 for those who passed. As this lightning bolt arcs out. And then she's just gonna kind of crouch behind Lifka a little bit, who is restrained. And for those of you with the dark vision to see detail at this range, you definitely see that she is already looks like she's been in some kind of a battle.
Is she in Livka's range? Because if she's in that 20-foot cube, she's going to make... Okay, I was going to say,
Yep.
she better make her throw too.
Yep, I had them roll. She passed.
Good.
After her, it is Alvira's turn, though, with a 19.
I can dig it. All right. So I'm going to stay in the air. And I need to move more. So I'm going to go about here. And I would like to do a terrible, terrible thing. But which terrible thing do I want to do? I would like a wisdom saving throw from Livka for my bonus action.
Okay. He fails.
Okay. So he's going to take some damage from that.
I believe I actually lied about that. I forgot about something he has.
It's not a charm, by the way.
No, it's something else. He still fails.
Okay. So he's going to take some damage, which I'll give you in a second, and be incapacitated. Okay?
Okay.
So that is my bonus action. I'll give you damage. It is going to be... Who's probably immune to this, but I don't... 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
The next thing, since he's incapacitated, for my actual action,
Yes.
I am going to cast a 5th level Hunger of Hadar on him.
Okay.
That is a dex save, but he's incapacitated, so he's going to fail automatically.
Okay.
So the first damage to take is 7 cold damage.
Okay.
This is a damage at the beginning and damage at the end of the turn.
Okay.
But anybody else in that 20-foot radius will need to make the same throw. It is a DC 17 dex.
Okay. Wanda passes. And pass. Okay.
So if they pass, let's see. It's a giant void of blackness and cold, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. It is difficult terrain, which it already was because of web. So it's like extra difficult now. And at the beginning of the turn, it's cold damage. At the end of the turn, it's acid damage.
Okay.
So that is what I'm going to do.
Alrighty.
Whiz bang. And I'm going to be flying in the kind of cave stalactites, keeping myself up, kind of out of sight, out of anything.
Sure. So they are not here. Shoal is going to just move up a little bit, but still kind of trying to keep behind rocks and keep hidden. There's not much he's doing. And that makes it Lifka's turn. So 7 cold damage, right?
That was the first damage, yes.
Okay.
And then I'll just roll the second one, just in case.
I was just saying, then how does that incapacitated work? What is there something that breaks that? Do they repeat the save?
Incapacitated can't take actions or reactions until the end of its next turn.
Okay, so he just wakes up at the end of his next turn. Okay. Okay, good to know.
It's one of my bardic spirit tales. Tale of the
Okay,
beginning.
Yeah, I figured I'm just not super familiar, so I just wanted to check. That's good to know. But it would be the start and end of his turn. He automatically fails dex save because he is incapacitated. So there's nothing he can do.
So it is another. I rolled another 7 for the acid.
Okay, cool. So
But
he
it'll be-
takes that acid damage, and as it burns into him, he wakes up and starts struggling against the webbing again as he's now laying on the ground. After him, it is Sunny. So this like void opens up, and you hear these. You've heard them before, but these strange slurping sounds, and see kind of Wanda backing away, and Livka writhing on the ground.
Can I get how? I would like to get within 60 feet of him.
Okay, let me double check here. You could probably with your full 25 or 30 get just within 60 feet of him, as he has not moved more than 50 feet down the stairs at this point because he got webbed.
Yep. Okay. So I think I probably have to be moving more or less directly towards him, kind of like that.
Yeah, relatively. Yep, right about there.
At which point I'm going to cast a flaming sphere on him.
Okay. That is dex save, I believe, right?
Yep. Next 18.
And oh nope, it's normal there. So he does pass with a 19.
So any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet, so it's 2d6 save for half. So he takes 3 fire damage.
Okay, cool.
And then, do I have a sense of where Wanda is?
Oh yeah, she's standing behind his prone form.
Okay, then I use my bonus action and run the spear into her, and so she needs to make the save too.
Okay. She, I do not believe, passes. She does fail, so she takes that full 7, right? Or no, you re-roll,
She
right?
takes 5 damage because I did not roll terribly well on the d6s. And then they're within like 5 feet of each other, so I can leave the sphere beside them, so they either have to move away or they get caught on fire.
Yep, that is correct.
Okay, I will just leave the sphere there, and if they end their turn within 5 feet of it, they take fire damage. Or they must make a dex save and take fire damage. And that's my actions.
Okay. So that is Sunny's turn. Ivy, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of follow Sunny's lead, but I'm gonna cast we're casting a whole bunch of spears up in here. All these spears. So I'm gonna cast a vitriolic sphere.
Okay.
So you point out a location within range, and a glowing 1 foot diameter ball of emerald acid streaks there and explodes in a 20-foot radius sphere. Every creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
Lifka passes. Wanda passes. Fail. Fail. Okay. That's actually big.
Okay, so it's 29.
29. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
so-
don't see it. Wanda does pass and Lifka passes, so we'll get that damage in there.
Okay. And says on a failed save, a creature takes 10d4, which what I just did,
Yep.
and then another 5d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn.
Okay. What
And
I can tell you is the next turn doesn't matter. The 2 creatures up there still standing past their save. But you do see Wanda immediately, as a reaction, just fall to her knees and scream.
Okay. I still want my macaroni bracelet back. That's what I yell at her. And then everybody who passed has to take half that damage.
Okay, cool.
And then no damage on the end of their next turn. So
Okay,
I'll put it in the chat.
cool. And I did do their damage there. So yeah, she just screams, and as she does, she looks at you, and you just see pure hatred and fury in her eyes. I'm glad I opened both of these. And you see 4 little darts of magic come shooting straight for you, Ivy. For a total of 12 damage. Nope, I'm sorry, 9 damage.
Okay.
There's 3 darts, not 4. As there's just like pure fury and fire and anger in her eyes as she's screaming and puts out her hands. That brings us to top of rotation. And you are in a layer. So as you're sitting there, Lifka is still struggling at his bonds. He hasn't gotten out, but he just looks. And those of you on the ground, particularly Shield and Ivy, notice that at first you think he's glaring at you, and then you see that he's looking past you. And as you follow where his eyes are looking, you see the bones that are scattered about the rock next to you rise into 3 skeletons. Let me see if I have a skeleton mini here. This will do. So they will roll that. Okay, they're at the end.
I suspect Shield would say something like, finally, something for him to fight.
Yeah. And then, so that was Wanda's turn. Yep, they're done. They went top of order. Oh, Vera, because Wanda has now gone.
Okay. So, I realized by rereading the spell of the other one, the save is at the end of its turn. So if they start their turn, they take the cold damage anyway. Sorry for them.
Okay.
But as far as anything else goes, I want to talk mad shit. You said Wanda left. Did she like get up and leave, or she went as her turn?
Oh no. She got up and cast magic missile at Ivy.
Okay. So she's gonna hear some whispering in her mind. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I want to do something else first.
Sure.
Before I do that. But she is going to hear some whispering, but I think I want to make it harder for her to not hear my whispers.
Okay.
Should have all this shit open because it's just, smart, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I didn't get Shield's initiative.
Yeah, I noticed. I was going to call it up before, because he should have been right after Sunny.
Okay.
Having him actually stand and guard Ivy, who was a little further in the back, feels like something he would do.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I want her to make me first a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. What's the DC?
17.
She rolled a non-natural 20.
Okay, so she passes the first one. So she won't do it at disadvantage or anything. But... the second one, also a wisdom save.
Okay. And that's another non-natural 20.
Okay, so she'll only take half damage, but she's still going to get some damage. She'll take half of 23.
Okay.
And it is psychic, if that matters.
I don't particularly think so, but let me double check.
I don't think it does.
No, cold. Nope. It does not. But it's at least something she's not resistant to.
Yeah.
So you did your Barty magic stuff. She
Yep.
seemed pretty good at resisting it, but she did take some damage.
The whispers she hears is just the voice of Owlvira and Ivy together, just talking mad shit about ha ha ha. You thought you and your sisters were gonna do what you think you're gonna do, but you ain't. Passing her off like angel and demon on the shoulders, but both really mad ones.
Yeah. And you do see, just as like flavors these are happening, you do see her looking around, and you see that like I said, she seems relatively good at resisting your magic, but does take damage. And then she looks up at where you're kind of just flying up above. After you, it is Shoal, and you said shield probably calls out the skeletons, Sonny.
Yeah.
Okay, if he did that, then Shoal would turn around, noticing them, and go attack one of them. That misses, and that hits. Okay. So he would run up and deal his damage. I just have to double check some things. For 7. Okay, so he does land one of his 2 hits solidly onto the skeleton that he has run up to. It is still standing, but you see some of the like ribs and spine break a little bit. And then it is Lifka's turn. He is going to take an additional 2d4 damage from the fire, from the flaming sphere.
Okay.
But this is not from it necessarily like being next to him. This is from it lighting the webs, restraining him on fire. So he does take some fire damage as he brushes himself off and stands up. I believe your spear is still in range.
Yep.
So does he make the save now or at the end?
If he doesn't move away,
Okay.
He has to make the save.
So what happens here is you see him reach into a pouch and pull out a small glass or crystal bead and mutter some words, and the bead increases in size, and then he steps into it, and then it shrinks down, morphing to his body, as there's now this clear shimmering barrier over his body as he does move his 30 feet down the steps towards the ground. And as a bonus action, he is going to command the first group of zombies to get up and join the fray.
Did he just cast global vulnerability on himself?
He surely did.
Fucking bitch.
Well,
I wanted to do that.
Before, make sure you give him his 8 cold damage to start, since he started in that.
Yep, you are correct. 2. So here's that damage. And he just and he looks angry, and he's moving like quickly, like to get to the ground level. But he doesn't seem to be like trying to hide or anything at this point.
Fucking bitch.
Ow.
Hate him.
It's a
Sunny, it is
concentration
your
spell.
turn. Lifka has moved out of the range of the flaming sphere. He is about 35 feet away from it at this point.
Okay. How far is he from me?
From you, he's moved another 30 feet down, so probably around 30-ish feet. He's about 20 feet from the base at this point.
And there's also a group of zombies that are up.
Not quite yet. Their turn is after all of you guys go. But it would be the group of zombies directly behind you. So this one right here. In theory, you would hear them start to shift as soon as the command happens, but their turn has not happened yet.
Does this, like, looking around, do I think the other zombies are currently count as creatures?
Probably. The fact that he was able to get all 4 of them up at once would make you theorize that he is just commanding these, so they maybe had been given a command to just lie inanimate.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to move to where he is within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
And I'd like to try to also have like a group of 4 zombies within 30 feet of me too.
Okay. I mean, it's not hard. There is the group laying on the ground to your right. Yeah, no matter what. And I believe the group that's starting to get up would also get hit.
Okay. My goal is I want to have as many things within 30 feet of me as I can, and then I will hold forth my holy symbol and channel divinity.
Okay.
And hostile creatures within 30 feet of me need to make a con saving throw or take radiant damage. And it's not a spell.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Good. Because now we can't spellcast this bitch. Fucking A.
Yep.
My hope is that this will break his concentration because Global Vulnerability is a concentration spell.
That is correct.
That's true.
On the flip side, good casters tend to be good at con saves. So,
He nat 20'd his save.
yeah.
And what was the damage?
The damage is 6 plus 2 plus 9 is 8. Is 17 damage, DC 17 con save for half.
Okay. So he takes that.
And it's radiant.
And it's radiant. Okay, got that. And then the zombies, group 1 fails, group 2 fails. And it was how much total for fails?
17.
17. Okay, let me double check here because I do think they're all still up in theory.
Sure.
But I want to double check because you might have just taken out a couple of them.
It wouldn't surprise me. Mostly it's exciting because it's radiant, and there's some things that are.
Yeah, and that's what I want to double check because that will make the difference. They do not have a vulnerability. Okay. So all of those zombies in that area are very severely hit. Lifka does seem to be able to avoid a large chunk of the damage, and he does pass the concentration check, so his spell does remain intact. But the zombies around you do all look severely injured, including the ones that have started to move behind you. But they are still moving.
And I will gamble, and I will also cast a bonus action spell on myself.
Okay.
I will cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
I don't expect it to last through the next round, but I just made myself a target for like at least 8 or 9 people, and so
Yep.
they can find out the hard way about it.
So that is Sunny's turn. Shield is after Sunny, and then Ivy, you're on deck.
I think Shield will move and engage the skeletons there, probably stepping between Ivy. With the polearm, he can reach the one that Shoal had done, so he'll take his first swing at that, and he's raging. Bonus action rage.
Okay.
18 plus 6, 24 will almost certainly hit the
Yep,
skeleton.
definitely hits the skeleton that rose from the rocks.
For 15 slashing magic damage.
Okay. That skeleton is is just absolutely decimated under his glaive, just completely shatters apart into a pile of bones right away.
And then his second one is a natural 19, so is 25 to hit.
Yep.
And is this plus 5 is 11 damage, and it is bleeding. It's wounded and takes a D4 necrotic damage. It's skeletons. This can't make sense.
It doesn't, but they do not have immunity to necrotic damage.
Okay.
And it's magical, so like I imagine that it's like the glaive pulling its life essence and the magic keeping it alive out.
So at the start of its turn, it will take a D4 necrotic damage and then can make a con save to end the effect.
Cool.
And that is Shield, who is now raging and has done his thing.
Yep.
I'm done.
Ivy, you are up. Lithka himself is about 20 feet from the ground. Wanda is still up 50 feet in the air, but has stopped looking at you and started looking up at Owlvira. Some of the zombies are starting to move, and some skeletons woke up next to you, although it does seem like Shoal and Shield moved in to handle it.
Okay. Which were the two that failed on my spell?
That was
It was Wanda and
Marina.
Marina. Okay. They haven't gone yet, have they? They haven't made like their next turn.
So essentially on the last turn, I did forget to narrate this. On their turn, they had died from the acid damage.
Oh, okay.
And so you see their bodies now on the ground next to Wanda, who is looking up. Her her hair is just like magically in the air as she is like scream casting.
Okay. So Wanda's the only hag who's still alive?
That is correct.
Okay. So in that case, I am going to cast, since I never got a chance to, I'm gonna cast Wall of Force. It's 120. Where is Sunny? Is right here. I'm gonna cast it where Sunny and where Sunny is, because I think Alvira's in the air. Because I think Lithka is the closest to Sunny, or Sunny is the closest to Lithka.
And I actually believe I need to know what level that spell is, because you see Lithka wave his hand as you try to cast another spell.
I'm charging with my staff.
Never mind.
Yeah. So I'm just using the charges on my staff. It's a
okay.
It's a fifth of a spell, probably, maybe 6.
Yeah, it's like a fifth.
Yeah, but because it's coming from a staff, he can't see her casting it.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna put it like right smack in front of Sunny.
Sure.
That way, it just gives. I'll draw it on the thing. Just to give Sunny a little bit of protection. And it can't be dispelled by dispel magic. So.
That is correct.
I'll just do that. So if he tries to cast something on Sunny, get fucked. And that'll be my turn. I'll draw it if I can. How do I draw? Okay. Here we
go. Anything else on your turn, Ivy?
Let me see. Okay.
Because I did pull that up. It's a barrier. No creature, no spell can go through it. Correct.
Correct.
Also invisible.
Yes.
I think it's also much longer than that too.
It's for 10 minutes. So I think it's
10 minutes, and it's
10 by 10 foot panels.
Yeah. So are you making it like a tall wall that's only that wide? Because you've still got 8 more panels. I don't really know how to do the panels. I'm going to be so honest with you. Essentially, each of these squares is 5 feet.
Okay.
So I'm just like counting distance here. That's about a 20-foot wall. It could, in theory, be 80 feet longer, or you can make it very tall.
Yeah, I think I want to make it like, I just want to give a little coverage on the sides here. So like right here, and then I want to make it tall.
Okay. So that'd be about 3.
Probably
so
like,
it's about 70 feet up. It's not quite to the ceiling, but it certainly goes very high.
Yeah. And that will be my turn.
Cool.
I'm trying to figure out how my charges.
Miss.
It like is not doing my charges.
I assume what's it called? I assume a 15 does not hit shield.
Shield is AC 17.
So the skeleton in front of shield, after Ivy's turn, kind of takes a swing with his rusty sword, and as he does, that necrotic damage pulls out, and the skeleton just falls to the ground. The other one does try to attack Shoal, but it is unsuccessful. The zombies are each going to get up and move. Nope, you're in the air. 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. One is going to take a swing at Ivy. The other one is not in range. Ivy does a... Did I close it? Am I dumb? Yep. Does a 14 hit you
It does.
with mage armor?
Oh, well, no. With mage armor, it does not.
Okay, so the zombie slams in the magical barrier that you cast on yourself earlier. You see it rebuff the slam attack from the zombie. Yep, no more there. The other two are going to take attacks at you, Sonny.
Okay. They should make wisdom saving throws of DC 18.
Yep. So that first one passes. Second one fails.
Okay.
So
he can't-
only the first one can attack you, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Does a 16 hit you?
Nope. I'm wearing armor.
Okay. So it slams into your armor, but it just can't get a good grip through the armor plates. Trying to swing at you. It just kind of bounces off. No significant damage there. None of the other zombies are up. Skeletons went. Brings us to the top of the round. And I need... Let me double check how this one works, because it has to be different. So he makes his way to the ground and moves towards you, Sonny.
Mhm.
And, oh no, he can't do that. So no layer action this turn, but he does move towards you, but not quite there. He's a little nervous. And he is going to let me see this. Nothing can pass through. Immune all damage can't be dispelled.
And I think it's invisible, which is the...
Yep, exactly. He doesn't know it's there. He does burn a spell, but it, I believe, is unable to affect you, right? Because that means that, like, even something that is a saving throw cannot be done because the wall is between you and him.
Without a line, he doesn't have a line of effect to me.
Right, exactly. So he sees that, and you see him just kind of smirk a little bit as he recognizes. Let me double check, but yeah, as he recognizes the spell that seems to have prevented his spell from taking effect, but he did burn a spell slot there. And then bonus action, he is going to yell at another group to get up. Ivy and Shield, you hear movement behind you. I guess in front of you now, Ivy, since you probably turned to face the zombie that tried to attack you.
Right.
So it's essentially these guys over here start waking up and moving.
Okay.
And he is going to spend his last bit of movement to walk this way closer to this group. That is his turn. Oh no, I'm sorry. His turn has not happened. Ignore those things. I am sorry, Alvira. It's Wanda's turn, not his. Wanda is looking up at Alvira, who she is very angry at. And can do it now.
Fuck that bitch up, Alvira.
And she puts her hands out as another 3 darts form and shoot at you, dealing 9 force damage as she casts Magic Missile. And then she is going to slowly make her way about 10 feet down the wall, so she's still like 40 feet up. And then it's Alvira's turn.
Did she magic missile me? Is that what you said?
Yes.
How much damage is it?
9 total. Each dart was 3 damage.
9. Okay. And where is she at now?
She's about 40 feet up on the switchback stairs, making her way slowly down to the cavern floor behind Lifka.
So she's back here.
Yep, that is correct. You're right. I should have put one on there for her.
That's okay. I just for visual, I'm trying to make sure I know. And she's the only one we see, right? The other sisters.
The other sisters' bodies, especially from flying up like you are, you can see them lying at the top of the cliff, restrained in webs, unconscious, dead from all of the AoE spells that had been hitting them.
Did she take her cold damage at the start of her turn and roll her save for the end?
She did not. Thank you for reminding me. She failed the save.
So it's 8 cold damage at the start, automatically 4 acid at the end on a failed save.
Okay. She is looking very beat up. As I said, those with dark vision could see that when she entered the battle, it seemed like she had already taken a couple of hits. Not that she was necessarily bloodied or anything, but she had already been injured a little bit, but she's looking very, very poor. And Lifka's starting to look like he's starting to feel the damage too.
Okay. Does a 28 and a 17 hit her?
Yes.
I am going to but I'm going to cast Ray of Frost, quicken spell Ray of Frost to cast it 2 times. She's getting 12 and 15 cold damage back to back.
Okay, and even with her resistance, that is enough that she doesn't fall over or anything. But you see, as the second ray of frost slams into her, she had started moving very slowly, kind of surprised at the first shot, and then the other one hits her, and you see her just kind of glaze over and freeze as she has been taken out of the fight now, leaving just Lifka and his army. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I think since I quicken spelled, that is it. Action and bonus action. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna. Let me look here. I'm gonna stay in the air,
Okay.
but I'm gonna get a little closer to Sunny's area.
Okay.
So that way,
And just how high up in the air were you flying? It's been a few turns, so like you could essentially be, it's about 100-foot tall cavern.
I'm trying to stay up in like the darkest part. Does that make sense? Because I know like everything around is dark, but kind of how the stalagmites come down the ceiling. I'm just trying to stay up in that area. If there's some bigger ones, concealing myself to the best of my birdie abilities while staying in the air because I don't want my feet on the ground.
Right.
And that's going to be it for me.
Cool. After Alvira, it is the next group of zombies' turns. And they start moving over. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. One of them does get in range of you, Ivy. The others are just gonna dash to charge into shield.
I think that will probably also provoke from shield on one of them because he has reach.
But none of them moved out of his range.
Oh, right. Fair.
Yeah, he doesn't have Sentinel, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the ones that dashed up to shield though spent their action to move faster. Zombies are not very fast, so they cannot slam attack at him. But the one is going to attempt to slam into you, Ivy. And I believe that's going to hit. That's a 21.
Yep.
Okay. And that is going to deal. There we go. So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And is Wall of Force a concentration?
Yes.
Okay, so I do need a DC 10 concentration check then.
Okay.
Not a super hard one. Zombies don't put out that much damage.
Concentration. What do I roll? Do I just roll a d20?
Yep.
That's a con save.
Yeah, saving throw.
Con save. Okay. If I can touch it, thank you. That is a 16.
Okay, so you're good. Your Wall of Force stays intact.
Okay.
Shoal's turn. He's gonna punch the skeleton in front of him that just tried to attack him and hit. On 1 and okay. So yeah, so he hits. He just punches and like similar to when Shield's glaive cut through the zombie, his whole arm just slams into the rib cage and the bones kind of shatter, falling to the ground in a motionless pile of bones. As the last of the skeletons is dealt with, at least for now. And then that brings us to Lifka's turn, who smiles at Sunny and points a finger forward and is going to spend his last high-level spell slot to cast Disintegrate at the Wall of Force.
Bastard.
It bought you 2 turns.
It sure did.
And a 2nd level spell slot and a 6th level spell slot. That is a good usage.
That was a fair trade. I would much rather him
Yeah.
be disintegrating the wall than me.
Yeah.
True.
So he does that.
Good job, team.
And he's going to continue moving away. And as a bonus action, he's going to talk to these guys. Oh, I have it. They're at the end. Never mind. Cool. And tell them to start getting up so these 4 zombies start moving as well. And then that brings us to Sunny, followed by Shield, and then Ivy.
So I follow him.
Okay.
10. So I'm starting here. So that's 5. I move out of the threat range of 1, which to make the attack of opportunity, he needs to make his will save. So I still have my concentration spell up.
So where are you moving?
I am basically. I will show you step by step because I will probably provoke more than once. So first
Okay.
I'm moving to here, then I'm moving to here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to be within 30 feet.
So the first one fails and the second one fails. So neither of them can make their opportunity attack.
Cool. And I think this for 30-foot radius gets me in Lifka and all the zombies in this bottom left side. And I will channel daylight again. For
Okay.
DC 17 con save for like
Fail. Oh wait, 13 plus.
actually.
Oh no, he passes. You said 17?
Yep.
Okay, so Lifka does pass again, but all of the zombies fail.
So it is 18 save for half radiant damage.
Okay. So the 2 zombies that were near you are now dead. So I can move them out. Because they just this radiant light bursts out of them and they collapse.
Yep.
The other ones all seem to still be there. They don't kind of like explode with radiant pain and light like the other ones did, but they are severely injured. And Lifka takes his damage.
Yep. And then since I did damage, that means my Houthi, which my spell goes down.
He is officially bloodied now.
But and then I think I cast a bonus action spell.
Okay. What you doing?
Same bonus action spell before I recast the sanctuary.
Okay.
Because I'm being overly bold and running out into the front line, and Shield will have words with me later.
Right. I was gonna say that does bring us to Shield's turn once you're done. Then.
I think Shield's focus is trying to kill the zombies that can reach Ivy easily and let Ivy be able to escape. So I think the one right behind Shield or to the further south is the first
bottom one. Okay.
Yeah, because that would be what would possibly block an escape.
Yep.
And so his first swing is 19.
That hits.
It's a D6 plus a D10 on his first hit, plus 10.
Let me double check on these guys. See, yeah, it's poison, not necrotic. They are low levels.
So that zombie takes 13 damage.
Total? Or is that
From
the first one?
swing.
Okay.
And then if it's still up, he'll try again and roll a natural one.
Okay. So the one hits, the zombie is looking beat up. This is one that had been untouched previously.
Yep.
So it is still standing, but it does get a very solid cut into the zombie, and you can see like what little juices are in it start to bleed out from the wound.
Okay. I don't think he has any bonus actions, and so I think he actually... I think he moves to try. So when does Ivy go as initiative wise?
After Shield, I think.
Yep.
I think
right after Shield.
I think he just moves like across here to draw the attacks of opportunity off so that Ivy can move. Because he's like, I can take these hits and Ivy can't. So he moves over there.
Okay. So he is going to take 3 opportunity attacks. The 2 nearest Ivy do not use their opportunity attacks.
Okay.
But the other 3 that he moved out of the range of do. That's a 17.
Will hit.
Natural 20.
Will
and
hit.
So 6 bludgeoning damage from the 17. 8, 9, or 10 bludgeoning damage from the crit. Slam into him, and I believe he's raging, so he resists that.
Yep.
So those are halved then. But those are their opportunity attacks as Shield starts rapidly moving away from all of these zombies.
And then I think even like steps back to move beside Ivy. Ivy's like, get out of here, kid.
I really should have moved like 2 turns ago, and Shield's gonna be like, "Why are you still here?"
And that's Shield.
Cool. If that's Shield, that brings us to Ivy.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna move first. So that Shield. So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Okay. There are 2 opportunity attacks as the last 2 zombies do make their attacks.
Okay.
That's a 21 and a natural 20.
Yep, both hit.
So 4 for the 21, and that's 13 for the crit for a total of 17 damage
Okay. Oh.
as you move around, and then you would need 2 Constitution saves for those concentration checks.
Okay.
Oh no, you don't. Wall of Force got disintegrated. Ignore me.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind then. Okay. Oh, I'm at 10 hit points. Your girl is hurt.
Oof.
Let's see. So I'm gonna move here, and then I'm going to cast, since I'm super mega hurt, I'm gonna use the charges in my staff. I'm gonna use 6
Okay.
charges for let me see. Oh no, because if any of my friends try to heal me, they can't do that. I was gonna put Globe of Invulnerability, but like, damn, if Sunny or Elvira or somebody tries to heal me, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna be in trouble here. All right.
And he passed his concentration check from your last sunlight. Sorry, there's a lot going on here. I'm trying to keep straight.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
good. You're good. Ooh. Let me see. What can I cast? 'Cause I'm about to go down. Fuck it. We're just gonna go big or go home. I'm gonna cast Big B's hand.
Okay. Are you casting this
'Cause fuck
as
yeah,
a
why not?
spell or from your staff?
No, as a spell.
Okay. Lithgood does wave his hand as you've now moved into 60 feet and is going to cast Counterspell, but I believe he has to make a check for Big B's hand.
Let's
Oh.
see.
What level is Big B's hand?
Big
'Cause
B's
he
is
does
a
it 5th? Okay, so yeah, I believe, let me double check the rules here. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, so it's a 15 DC, and he's making a Arcana check. Yeah, spellcasting ability, okay. But he does not beat it, so he does not counter it.
Nice. So much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Big B's hand. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, hold on.
You can
My whole
grab
thing.
you a hand figure to put on the board.
Please, can you please?
Yeah, I got you. I'm sure there's a hand somewhere, right? I mean, you could have a separate fist here. I don't.
Yeah, okay, so it has an AC 20 and hit points equal to my HP, which I think is like 62.
Yep.
And when you cast a spell as a bonus action, when you're move the hand up to 60 feet. Okay. So I'm gonna cast it. Can I use it right now, or is this just a casting? I'm a little confused like how that works.
I was gonna say, let me double check. This is the first time that's actually been used in the campaign I'm in.
Hey, because like I have
when you
moves that I
cast the spell and as a bonus action on your subsequent turn, and it's up to 120 feet, so you can summon it wherever you want.
So yeah, you can use it right away. Cool.
And yeah, you can use it when you cast it, and then as a bonus action on your turn after that.
Okay, so I'm gonna use it for clench fist because I want to punch Lifka. That's basically what I do.
Okay.
I want to punch his whole body with this fist.
He's got that invulnerability thing.
Say, unfortunately, no spell of 5th level or lower can penetrate his barrier. So your
Oh,
fifth
he
does
still
punch.
has that thing. I
He has
forgot.
been passing his concentration checks. That is correct.
Oh, I forgot he still has that thing on there. In that case, I will just I don't know why I thought that dropped already. Time is weird. Okay. In that case, I will just use it to are these things close to me? These these ones right here?
These 4 zombies that just started standing up. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I think I'll just use it to hit one of them. Whoever's the closest to me. Get away.
Okay.
Get away from me. I think that's okay. The hand strikes one creature or object within within 5 feet of it. Make a melee spell attack for the hand using your game statistics. So is that the
Spell attack is still using your intelligence modifier.
okay.
The existence of melee spell attack and range spell attack is silly because they're the same modifier.
Okay. So if I could just learn how to use this freaking a D&D Beyond, that'd be freaking great. Okay, just want to make sure I cast that. And where the hell is my intelligence? Okay, right there. All right. Oh, it's a 15.
15
Yeah.
against a zombie. I believe that still hits. They're not that good at dodging stuff.
Okay, so then that
Yeah.
would be a 4d8 force damage. So that would be. Oh, that was scary.
Let's get this
19.
ready right away. 19 damage total.
Total.
Okay. I don't think it's passing this, but it's worth a try. Nope. That zombie is obliterated. It does not get back up.
Okay. So it'll just be this one that's the closest to me. I'll just
Yeah. You summon
Okay,
the fist and it just kind of punches down, flattening the zombie, crunching its bone into bone meal. And when it rises, you just see like this flat green and red stain on the ground. That is your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
That is. And these other zombies are going to get up.
Rude.
And move here. These guys are going to surround shield. And that's all that's around for now, but they are all going to take their attack. So one is coming at Ivy. That is an 8, so that's not going to hit, I believe.
Nope.
And then 2 at Sunny. 7, and nope, it was 7 and 7, so they missed. 3 at shield. First one's an 11 and missed. 12 and missed, and 18.
We'll hit shield.
Okay, cool. Shield takes 5 bludgeoning damage, reduced to 2.
Yep.
That is the zombie's turn, which brings us to top of initiative. Layer action happens. And this time, the 4 zombies next to Livka sort of like start to be sucked into the ground, and then you see Livka's wounds start to heal a little bit.
How dare he? How actual dare he?
He's still somewhat damaged, but he's looking a lot better now. As his layer action has taken effect, that brings us to top of initiative. Wanda has been killed, so it is Alvira's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna swoop in back over this way. I want to be within 10 feet where the 10-foot just barely is away from my friend. So I think I need to be like right over here.
Okay.
Because I don't want to hit my friends yet.
Right.
So,
I think in theory, because part of the move would be just falling downward, you should be able to make it.
Yeah. I just need to get not my friends in 10 foot of me. So I'm going to move. And I'm going to do my action. I need those 3 zombitches right here to make me DC 17 strength saving throw, please.
Okay, let me get this up so I can double check right away. Fail, fail. 1 passes, the other 2 fail.
Okay, so it is Arms of Hadar.
Okay.
So they're going to take 18 necrotic damage on a fail. And it cannot take reactions. And on a success, it's half damage. So 9 of that.
Okay. So one of them near Sunny is the one that passed and took 9 damage. The one near Ivy seems to have taken the full damage, but rolled really high on its saving throw on its undead fortitude. And even after it fell to the, you see it like start to fall to the ground, and then it kind of jerks itself back up.
That's okay. And so that's my movement, my action, and my bonus action. Because I am now in the line of sight of Livka, I'm going to smirk at him and I'm going to wink out of his existence. Goodbye. Go fuck yourself. Good luck finding me.
Sounds good. So Alvira comes down, and you guys see this large, like, dark rip in the fabric of reality appear. And you see, once again, one of the zombies near you, Sunny, gets slammed and does not get back up. The other one ducks down as the spell starts to shoot out and hit it. And then the one near Ivy starts to go down and then gets back up. And then Alvira just disappears from all of your view.
Yeah, dark tentacles just...
Yep, very Cthulhu writhing, slamming into everything.
No, very Mashulu writhing. That is going to be EOT for me.
Okay, there is not any zombies left from the first group. And actually, let me get rid of these guys right away because they were eaten by the lair action. So there are no zombie ones, which brings us to Shoal, who's going to just move up to the nearest zombie and take a couple swings. And nat 1 and nat 20. So 1 hits, 4, 6, 7. No. I'm used to zombie slam attacks now, dang it. 4, 7, 10. Okay. So that one's down to 12. Got it. So his first punch misses and his second just slams right through like the skull of this zombie, but it is a zombie, so it does stay standing, but it looks significantly injured. And then after Shoal is Lifka, who sees Sunny kind of by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I lied. Now, you are no longer on this plane, correct, Alvira? You are in the ethereal plane, or are you invisible?
I am invisible this time.
Okay, so I
But
need...
not invisibility spell invisible. So if something attacks me, it's going to take damage back.
That's
and get
great.
right.
It's not attacking you, but you
Okay.
do need to make a saving throw, as do Sunny and Ivy. As in a 40-foot cube around you, you see Lifka start to move his hands, and he pulls out a little bit of molasses that spreads out and just kind of starts drooping down. I need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, cool. How about no counterspell?
Okay, let me double check. Yep, that's 3rd level. It does not happen. He's not going to spend his
concentration spell.
Huh?
Was he casting a concentration spell?
He was.
Slow.
He's taken some damage. His barrier does disappear.
Yes.
He as a bonus action is going to command these 4 zombies to start standing up. to his north, and he is going to move his 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away from you all
How dare he?
as his magic is countered. His bonus action commanded those zombies. Movement, that's Lifka's turn, which brings us to Sunny.
Okay. My girl Ivy is just a zombie magnet.
They coming towards all this light, baby. That's what it is. They after my macaroni. Oh no.
We really are happier macaroni.
We were at macaroni.
So, and I can't see Alvera.
Well, you can see her. Oh no, you're right. Not Alvera. Sorry.
Yep. What do I have that would be fun? Yeah, let's gamble a little. All right, except Lifka just took an action, so I'm within range of his counter spell. But he moved away, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So if I move over here, that will put me out of 60 feet of range from Livka. And put me within there. And then I will do... Ivy's looking kind of beaten up. Shield's taking a little bit. Sunny's taking a little... Sorry, I should have had this planned a little better.
No, you're okay. It's a big combat. There's lots going on.
I cast Dawn, which is a 60-foot range. And when it appears, a 30-foot radius, 40-foot tall cylinder of bright light appears, and there's sunlight in the area.
Okay.
When the cylinder appears, each creature in it must make a con saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on success. A creature must also make this saving throw whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder. If you're within 60 feet of the cylinder, you can move it up to 60 feet as a bonus action. And so I'm going to cast... do we have a way for me to have a movable circle? This will be around for a while.
I think you can draw one.
Right. So I'm initially going to cast one such that it is hitting is this the marker thing? No. No. So that basically it is one that like that chunk of skeleton or mass just north of Livka, because it is a 30-foot radius. And so it will hit Livka and it will hit both groups of the zombies there.
Yep.
For 40-10. Save for half.
Livka passes. Fail. Both groups of zombies fail.
17 radiant damage.
Okay, so they are barely standing.
Yep.
And Livka takes half of that, which would be 8, right?
Yes. And then it keeps being, that light keeps being there. And so if they end their turn there, and what I'm hoping is that he hasn't commanded the north group of zombies and they will not have the will to move. They will just get poofed before he gets to tell them anything. And that was my action. I don't have a useful bonus action because
Okay.
I spellcast, and so I think I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to Shield, who is surrounded by 3 zombies.
I'll move over beside Ivy.
Okay. Then yeah, Shield's up next, surrounded by 3 zombies.
Wow, that sounds like fun. I think he takes a swing at the one who could possibly be attacking Shoal instead of the ones attacking him, because that's how Shield rolls.
So he's gonna shift over a little. Oh no, he has
10-foot reach.
Yep.
So 15 will probably hit a zombie.
Yep.
His first swing for 18 damage.
Okay. Zombie's still standing. It starts to go down and then rises back up.
In which case he will then take another swing at it for AC 13.
I believe that just hits.
For 14
Oh no.
damage.
That how much?
14.
And it fails that one and is down.
Okay. And I think then otherwise he's happy, being surrounded by opponents. That sounds like a good time for Shield.
Okay, and that brings us to Ivy. So bonus action for Big U's hand, then whatever you want to do.
Okay,
There's so many tabs open.
I'm trying to see where okay. So I'll do my bonus action first, I guess.
Okay.
Because I can move it up to 60 feet, I believe.
Okay.
So I think that's
up to Lifka, yeah. If
up to
that's where
Lifka,
you
okay.
wanted to go, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you know, it's about to be on. It's about to be on and popping. So I'm gonna move the hand over here,
Okay.
right up in his grill, all up in his mac and cheese, and just straight up punch it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Okay, wait. So I'm trying to figure out because this is funny. Okay. So is it the same as is it the same attack bonus as my cantrips? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll one of my
Yeah,
cantrips.
because it's your spellcasting modifier and your proficiency. It's like I said, it's a very odd differentiation for them to decide to make.
Right. So I'm just gonna roll like one of my cantrips.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have got to be actually shitting me. I rolled a nat 1.
That's
Aww.
not gonna hit. So unfortunately, the fist comes barreling in at him, clenched, ready to punch, and he just kind of ducks, and it soars over him, and then is kind of floating there next to him.
That
So
is
enthusiastic.
so rude. And then I am going to go ahead and cast Fire Shield on myself
Okay.
because I need something. So I'm just gonna do Fire. Wait, can I do? I already have Mage Armor.
Mage
Oh,
armor
that's
is not concentration, and it isn't. Fire shield is not a stack to your AC. I believe it deals damage to things in a certain range around you, and if they attack you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I could have both of them at the same time.
Yep.
Okay.
Mage
So then,
armor
yeah,
is not
yeah.
concentration. It's just flat 8 hours.
Perfect. Yeah. So then I'm gonna cast Fire Shield.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, let's see.
And let me double check that one just to make sure, see if anything happens right away or if it's only afterwards. In addition, whenever a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with a melee attack. Okay. Cool. So yeah, so when you get hit, it will deal damage to them.
And it's also not concentration.
Yeah. Low maintenance. We like that here.
So that's your turn. It is the rest of the zombies' turn. So these 4 are going to just get up and spend their dash to charge out of the light and towards the enemies. This one is going to move up and is going to take a swing at Sunny, and the one next to Ivy is going to attack her because it's a zombie and doesn't know any better. So coming at Sunny, that's a 14. That's not going to hit, I don't think.
Correct.
And then 13 does not hit Ivy with mage armor. So nothing happens there as they try to swing, but they can't land a hit, and you guys manage to dodge out of the way. These 2 are going to move up 10, 15, 20, 25, and attack Shoal. That hits and that misses. Shoal takes 6 as the zombie behind him slams its fists into him. He is back to looking pretty bloodied. And then 3 attacks. Awesome. Whoever did that, you're the best. Thank you. These guys would have, I believe, because they were here. Yeah, they've got like 10 more feet, so they would get just out. But they're not attacking, and this guy would have moved right there. So 3 at shield. 11 does not hit, neither does a nat 1, and a 14 doesn't either, I assume.
Correct.
So yeah, they all are slamming, and Shield's just waving his glaive, fending off their blows, keeping them at arm's reach, unable to get a good hit in on him. There are no more zombies, which brings us top of the round. Layer action. I need... Oh no, it's been turns. He summons 3 new skeletons. As the... Let me just pull these back in. Bones around this pillar of rock stand up and form into skeletons wielding rusty swords and maces. To do layer action, then it's Alvira, who is invisible.
I am invisible, and because I'm invisible, I'm gonna do invisible asshole things because I like being an asshole. So,
Okay.
the closest zombie to me seems to be this one by
Yep.
something here. So before I uninvisible myself, I want to hit him. And I'm going to hit him with something fancy. What fancy thing do I want to hit him with? You know what? Let's see if this works. 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
So 6 necrotic damage from chill touch. And 1 more bit of damage before I become invisible. It will be more necrotic. Okay. And he gets to be scared of me. So he gets to try to run the hell away. All right. So a total of 10 necrotic damage. And he's frightened.
I do... Okay. So it is frightened, and it takes 10 necrotic damage. That one had taken damage, so it's gonna try to stand up and fail. So that one is dead. I do believe, though, you would have had to make a Constitution saving throw.
For what?
For Dawn.
I think she's high enough up.
Yeah.
No, because she came down to be within 10 feet of the zombies.
Oh.
Yeah, I did come down. What is it?
Only if she ends her turn in it.
And when it was cast.
Oh, and when it was cast? Yeah,
I thought so, because they all took damage, right?
Yep,
when the cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a save and take damage. Yep.
Okay.
It's DC 18 con.
All right, so...
And then, yeah, I assume you'll use your movement to move out before the end of your turn.
Yeah, what's the damage if I fail?
17.
How much?
17.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You were invisible. What's Sunny supposed to do?
All right.
And yeah,
So-
Alvira comes into sight and flies out of there.
Yeah, that's my action and movement and bonus action. Since I did not cast a leveled spell, I guess I'm going to now. Cure wounds, I suppose, and I'll have to quicken spell it.
Okay.
And that's my last of my sorcery points as well, so that's awesome.
Cool.
All right. All right, I'm gonna heal myself, and then that'll be it for me.
Okay. Cool. That brings us to Shoal, because no zombies from the first group are left, who is going to spend a key point to bonus action disengage. Because he does see Ivy very injured, and he is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he is going to spend another key point to use Healing Hands.
Aww.
So Ivy, you heal 9 hit points as you feel Shoal's like fingers hit a point in your back, and you just feel this burst of healing energy within you.
So after this, when we get out of here, you get a macaroni necklace. I might give you an anklet too, because you a real one.
And it's a good thing he did, because after Shoal, it is Lifka's turn.
Bastard.
And he, 30 feet, okay, is going to move 15, 20, and crouching behind the rocks, he is going to cast a spell. And those of you who might have been able to see just a piece of him through the rocks no longer see anything.
Oh.
That is his turn. He is bonus action going to command them, but it would have been the end of their turn. So they have a saving throw and they fail, so these guys are dead. Before his turn, which means he commands the ones across the way to start getting up. So these 4 up in the corner here start getting up and moving. And that is Lifka's turn. Sunny, you are up.
Okay. Now we run into the awkward bit that I want to move this big glowing globe, and I can't figure out how to do so. I drew the circle, but now I can't move it.
There's got to be a way, right?
Actually, according to Reddit, there isn't a way yet.
Oh.
There wasn't a way 2 years ago to move it. So
Can you click the same icon that you used to draw it, and then maybe that'll let you?
I tried that. I have to draw another one over top of it.
No, but you probably just have to delete it like that and then make a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, how did you delete it?
When you pull up the paintbrush on the toolbar here at the top,
eraser.
yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
The eraser, and then you just click it with the eraser, and it erases it.
So I don't. Well, Alvir's gonna have a chance to move, but I don't want to hit Alvir with it again anyway. I'm trying to. That's 10, 20, 30. Nope.
I moved away from the other one. If you'd said you were going to cast it again, I would have moved the opposite
So
direction.
it's a concentration spell, so it just keeps running. And I can move it as my bonus action. And so I'm trying to figure out where to put it such that I don't put it on top of you, because that would be rude.
Let me double check measurement, but I'm assuming.
I think that's the radius again. And because I can move it 60 feet as long as I'm within 60 feet of it, or my start of my turn, which I was.
And it's 30-foot radius, so yeah. That looks good, so we'll make one save, fail.
So they don't have to make a save.
Oh yeah, it's only when it appears and then their turn.
And then at the end of their turn if they don't move.
Right.
And so that was my bonus action. At this point, I can see everyone. Everyone's a little injured. And I will use Mass Cure Wounds from the staff,
Okay.
which is, let me make sure I'm within range of everyone. So 10, 20. Yes, I'm in with range of everyone. It's 5 charges from the staff, and it heals for 19 healing to everyone with 30 feet of mine who's a friend.
Shoal looks the best he has all day.
That is now the staff does not have charges to do that anymore. But I saved it for now. Cool.
Thank you.
Yep. And
so
that
is the staff out of charges or just
it has 1 charge left?
Okay.
And that takes 5 charges to do.
Very smart.
And that was my action, my bonus action, and then I am pretty content with where I am at the moment because anything else would expose Ivy, and so I'm good.
Cool. So then it is Shield's turn, who might have been the only person outside 20 feet of you.
It's 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, yep. Good to go then. And yeah, it's his turn. He's got 3 of these boys around him.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a fun time. And for once, he doesn't have to be trying to rescue anyone else, so he'll just start the first attack on the one closest to the east, we'll call it. It's a natural 19. This is at plus 10. 26 damage.
So Shield does cut this thing almost in two. It's barely hanging on. And just as it's starting to lean over, it manages to stay up with its undead fortitude. It rolled a natural 20.
That was literally a max damage hit.
I mean, it is almost dead. It's barely hanging on.
Does it matter that some of that damage was necrotic?
No. It is if it is either a natural 20 hit or if it's radiant damage. It cannot undead fortitude.
Okay. That because it was...
Doesn't shield crit on a 19
that
though?
was radiant. A d6 plus 5 of that was radiant. So 11 of that was radiant.
Oh, okay. So it is dead. Does he crit on a 19?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I missed the radiant part of that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I remembered it was a different damage type and that
okay.
It wasn't relevant for zombies. And then when you said radiant, I'm like, I should check. And then he'll take another swing and rolls a natural 1.
Okay. So he swings his glaive right between these other 2 zombies. Is he moving or any kind of bonus action?
I don't think so, because I think to move, he'd either move into the dawn for any place he'd want to go, and at the moment he's kind of tying up a bunch of things in ways that are useful to keep the back line from getting attacked too much. So yeah, I think he's good.
Cool. Perfect. So after Shield, it is Ivy. You can no longer see Livka.
Oh, it's gonna be a problem for me. But that's okay. We chilling. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast a magic missile.
Okay.
2nd level.
Okay. So 4 of them.
So 4 darts, and I'm gonna use 3 of them. Well, no, I have to use all 4 of them, right?
You do have to use all 4 of them, but you can direct each dart to a different target within range that you can see.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the 3 that are nearest to me and Sunny.
Okay.
And then the 4th one I will use to take out this one that's by Shield that is not in the circle.
Okay.
Not by the one that's like right here. I don't know if you guys can see me pointing at it. this person here. No, the one below. But yeah, that one.
Okay. Cool. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so that would be some trash rolls, bro. That's gonna be 2
Okay.
2 damage.
So that's there. And the others take 2. I don't believe any of those ones around you had been significantly damaged at this point.
Correct.
No, they had taken radiant damage, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they did the first time, yeah.
So they pass, fail, pass. So 2 of them managed to stay up, but the one nearest Ivy does go down.
Perfect.
Is that
I like
anything else on your turn, Ivy?
yeah, because I still have my bonus move, so I'm gonna use my Bigby's hand to punch the one that's nearest to Sunny.
Okay.
Why not?
Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
I'm serious. It's a 10.
10 hits. Zombies are not good at dodging blows. That hits.
Go. So then that would be the damage. If I could roll the damage, please.
I mean, it literally has 1 hit point. I don't think it matters. But
Yeah.
roll your damage for point of the
That's
undead
19.
fortitude. Yeah.
Just for the laughs. Hee.
Well, no, I need the damage to see if it can manage to stay standing or not, but it did not beat that saving throw. So Bigby's hand again slams into this zombie, this time kind of like separating it, and Sunny probably gets some gore on their armor as this fist just slams into the zombie and then pulls back, and the rest of it drops to the ground. The Dampier grossed out by blood. Anything else?
Good
Any
blood.
move?
I think from there, trying to figure out if I want to move. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move. I feel like Homeboy is chilling somewhere over here, so I feel like I'm gonna move somewhere around here. I'm gonna bring my hand with me too.
Cool.
My little fist comes with me too. All right, and then I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. That brings us to Zombo's turn. These guys are going to move out of the circle. This guy's going to move out of the circle. These guys are going to dash out of the circle. These guys, I don't believe, can make it out, and it's radiant damage. And if you want to go ahead and roll damage for them.
Ooh, that's good radiant damage. That is 14 plus 12, 26 radiant damage.
26. Okay, so they are barely standing as they take 13 damage. As they did pass their saving throw. But they are still in there. These other 2 zombies are going to move in and surround Shield. So he's got a whole bunch of attacks, and Sunny has a few come in.
Mm-hmm.
As the squishies have made their way out of range. That's a 16 to hit Shield.
Will not hit. He's 17.
Okay, that's a non-natural 20. Miss and miss. So 1 hit Shield for 4 bludgeoning damage, reduced to 2. Shield laughs. And then 3 at Sunny. 14 does not hit. Non-natural 20.
I will cast a shield spell.
Okay, so what's the new AC?
23.
23. Okay, it's good because that last one was a 22. So you get this shield spell as one of the zombies is about to hit you, and another one you hear slam into the magical barrier behind you, and they're unable to break through. That is their turn, which brings us to the top of initiative. And there is no layer action that currently can happen, so that makes it Owlvera's turn. Because he pulled up 3 skeletons last turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move
Cool.
over here. Back here. That's where I'm gonna go. Okay. And then I'm gonna whack him.
Gonna whack who?
This guy in front of me. Maybe I am gonna move back. I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna be right behind him.
Okay. And just for my reference, do you guys usually run flanking rules or no?
I don't know. It's DM dependent.
Okay. We'll just ignore it. I haven't been using it thus far.
26 and 21 to hit.
Both of those hit.
Okay.
This guy has not been touched though.
So 12 total damages. It is
Okay.
slashing. It's my daggers.
Okay. So yeah, your daggers bite deep into like its legs and its arms as you kind of swing them, stabbing and slicing into it, and it takes significant damage, but it is still standing.
That's okay.
Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm conserving spell slots for other fucking shenanigans while I'm over here.
Okay, makes sense. So that is your turn, which brings us to Shoal. He's just gonna move up next to Sunny and make his attacks here. 14 hits. And these guys did not take Radiant because they got out in time, correct?
I believe that.
Okay. So he takes a bit of damage from the first attack and a bit more from the second. 8 and not quite enough to get it down, but it is looking pretty beat up as he lands 2 solid slams right into its chest. You hear bones crack and like the chest cave in. But zombies do zombie things. Then it is Lifka's turn, who is doing shenanigans.
He's hiding like a little chicken shit. That's shenanigans enough.
He is. And he, let me double check. That's the range. All out of range of that. So
They're taunting him to come back within visual range.
Yeah, that's why I moved. Like, come here, hit me. Where are you?
in the dash for now.
How dare he? How dare he?
You're still out of sight. You guys can hear footsteps moving around somewhere in this general vicinity. You cannot see him to tell exactly where he is, but you can hear footsteps over there, so it doesn't seem like he's teleported and completely ran away.
So he's invisible.
Huh?
He's invisible.
He is.
I'm just gonna start using my hand to swing in the air. Like, where are you?
But that is his turn. He's gonna command these guys to get up. So they're gonna start getting up. I should have made a save for the back guys. The back guys also passed. So these guys in the back also took damage last turn. But that is Lifka's turn, which brings us back to Sunny.
Well, now I have choices. You know what, Shield? You've been spending too much time just playing with these guys. So Sunny is gonna move and provoke from at least 2 of them.
Okay. Yep. Moving behind Shoal and around.
Yep.
They will take some attacks. That's a 21 and a nat 1. So the 21, are you burning another shield?
No, I'll take the hit.
Okay.
I will gamble on
7 bludgeoning damage as this one slams you across the head as you turn to move.
and a concentration save.
That is correct, yes.
And I make the concentration save, which is... And then from there, I channel do my last channel divinity, which is
Okay.
a 30-foot radius of anyone who's not a friend of mine takes radiant damage,
Okay.
which I think should be all of the undead south of the tower.
I can just double check quick, but that's definitely possible. Yep, that is correct.
And it is DC 17, 20
Pass.
save for half.
And pass. So the group in the dawn does pass, as do the skeletons, but everything else fails.
Okay, so it's 20 save for half, radiant.
Okay, so the one that Alvira attacked is dead because it is radiant. It does not get a save. The one that Shoal attacked is dead. It did not get a save. These two did not take damage previously, so they are barely standing. Oh no, they took magic missile. They are also gone. The three surrounding shield currently are barely standing. And the skeletons took half damage, which means they are barely standing. And I believe that actually means the group in there are dead because they took damage from the dawn.
And then I'm within 60 feet of the dawn.
Yep.
And I move it up and kind of center it on the groups up there because
If you want the truth, you could essentially center it on the tower and it's hitting all of them.
Yeah, and I think that should make it so they can't do anything for the next round or two. Functionally. As they have nothing to do but move or stand in the dawn. And I'm like, hey, we should get Livka now. Shield, stop playing around.
This is fun and all, but playtime's over, guys. Time to end the battle. Cool. So that's Shunny. That brings us to Shield. Let's see. Does he listen? Is he gonna make some recklesses or anything?
I think he's gonna take some swings at the things around him and then move.
Okay.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Targeting the one closer to Sunny by Alvira. 20 will hit. This will have radiant damage associated with it. So almost certainly 20 damage.
Yep.
Half of which is radiant. He'll take a swing at the other one near Alvira. 10 plus 6 is 16 will hit. This one does not have radiant, but is 11 damage.
Does not make its undead fortitude save.
Okay. At which point he will then move over towards where he thinks Livka is vaguely, and we had pointed down towards the bottom. He doesn't really have any idea.
Yep.
So that's 10, 20.
Opportunity
30.
attack misses.
Yep. He will just end up right by Ivy there because that's 40 movement.
Cool.
I will put the dawn back out because it is still up there. And that is mine and Shield's turns done.
Cool. Ivy, you're up. There are a few skeletons. There are zombies in the back that are now being bathed in a bright dawn-like light. There are a couple skeletons and a zombie over by Alvira. You can hear Livka somewhat close to you, but not able to see him.
Okay, so did I hear that Livka was somewhere in this area right here?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So in that case, what I'll do, since I don't know exactly where he is, I'm going to use 5 charges in my staff.
Okay.
To cast Cone of Cold.
Ooh, okay.
So that's a 60-foot cone.
Okay.
He has to make a Constitution save of 15.
Okay.
It's 8d8 damage and half.
Okay.
8d8 on a fail and half on a success.
Okay. Is there anything other than the damage or just the damage?
Just the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Said, I don't need to see you. I'm just going to freeze the entire area.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly. And I will make a cone because I think I put 60. It was like freaking huge.
Oh yeah, Cone of Cold is like the largest cone spell in the game. Like you're basically covering this. Yeah, like it's a
something like that.
crazy amount that you're covering right there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll the damage.
So it will be. Ooh, 29.
29. Okay, so he does take that damage and he does not pass his concentration check. So, as this like shimmer of cold ice deep freeze just suddenly appears in this cone in front of you, you see Livka kind of appear out of thin air. He was actually like right there. And he is like huddled and shivering, but he seems to have lost concentration on whatever spell he was doing.
Nice.
Nicely done, Ivy.
Anything else on your turn?
I know how to be a wizard now. This is
But I am a real archmage.
fun. I still have my hand, right? So I'm gonna fucking take it.
Yeah. Bonus
Swing.
action, swing the hand at him. Go for it. Roll your attack roll.
I fucking love this game. All right. So, let's see. What is it? Come on. Yes, let's go. It's a 28 to hit.
28 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your 4d10 force, is it?
4d8.
48, okay.
Okay. If I can learn how to touch things. Okay, there we go. And the damage is 13.
13, all right. Lifka is looking very beat up. I won't say he's like on death's door, but he's definitely past bloodied. He's freezing. He's got tears on him. He's been assaulted by tentacles and webs and all kinds of things. I was going to say a bunch of radiant light coming out of the heavens. But if that's the end of Ivy's turn, it does bring us to Zombo's turn, who cannot make it out and pass their save. So if you want to roll your damage for these boys.
9 plus 8 is 17 plus 7, 24 radiant.
24. Okay, so they take 12. So they are bloodied. They're looking pretty bad, but they're still up. And then there's only one person near them, right? Because Alvira, you flew down to attack. So you're like ground level now. So yeah, unfortunately, there's only one person for all these guys to gang up on now. 5, 10, 15, 20. So they're all going to move up and start wailing on you, Alvira. That's going to miss. 5 plus, I assume a 9 misses. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
And the last one is a 16.
Also going to be a no because
Okay.
will reaction silvery fucking barbs on this bad boy.
I hate this spell, but can you tell me what it does?
Yeah, so he is fucking distracted by my magical sparkling awesomeness and it is uncertain and it has to attack another creature. It must re-roll the d20 and use a lower roll, and another person or creature or individual or whatever I decide that is my BFF also gets advantage on the next attack roll.
Okay. So it essentially has disadvantage on that 16, yeah?
Yeah.
And it rolls a natural 1 with the disadvantage.
Yeah, so get fucked. And I'm going to take my own advantage from that spell also.
Okay. So after their turn, top of the round, is anyone within range here? Does he finally get to use this? I don't think they are. Nope, no one's within 20 feet. So he does not get to use his lair action this turn. Or no, he can summon skeletons this turn because he did not last turn. So 3 new skeletons. A little closer pop out. 1, 2, 3 out of the bones over here, out of these rocks up here, and start making their way downward. Okay. 10 rounds is 1 minute. I think we're at round 6 or 7 by my count. There's been a lot of turns.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't think you're quite there, but you're probably a couple rounds away or no, you're talking for fire shield?
No, for hand. For the hand.
Oh, yeah. You probably got another 5 or 6 left still because we were a few rounds in. So that is Lifka. No, not Lifka's turn. That is the layer action. So it is Alvira's turn. So you have advantage on one of the zombies if you would like to attack. That would be this guy right here.
I am actually going to spew fire in a 30-foot cone. I'm going to back up because I think I have to back up to get them.
Okay.
I'll take whatever I need to do. I just need to back up to be able to get them in a cone there. And I'm going to spew fire at them.
Non-natural 20 hits?
Yes.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw from them.
Okay, so you take 7 bludgeoning from one op attack, the other ones miss.
That's fine.
And then fail, and fail. All 4 fail.
Okay, so it's going to be fire damage.
Okay. And all these guys are barely standing because they took channel divinity damage and
12 fire damage to each of them.
Okay. The skeletons are burned to blackened cinders and fall to the ground. The zombie is on fire, but manages to come back to its feet and stay up.
Okay, so that's my bonus action. Don't expect me to do any fancy bonus actions from now on because this fight has burned me. And for my action, I moved away from him. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get in the air since I only moved a little bit.
You move 5 or 10, so you go about 10 or 15 feet up.
Yeah, and whatever I need. I just want to move back a little this way, up and back. So that's that. And then I will... Let me see how far I need to be from something, or else I'll just send my familiar to do my dirty work for me.
Yeah, Batty White, let's go, baby.
60 foot. I only need to be 60 foot. Is he within 60 of me? 60. Oh, get wrecked, scrub. Okay. I am expending another use of web from my spider staff.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It is a 20-foot cube and DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
You rolled a 19 with advantage.
What a bitch. But that's okay. It's still difficult terrain.
Shield starts cursing.
Sorry, Shield. Actually, I'm not sorry because Shield always says, and I quote, "Do it, do it."
Sure. Doesn't mean he has to start cursing, but
Hell yeah.
So that's my action and my movement and bonus action. Yeah, so that's the OT for me.
Cool. After you, it is Lifka's turn. He knows that he's on his last ditch effort here. He moves forward just a little bit here, just to get in some closer range. And he's gonna point a finger at... Oh, I lied. Shoal goes first. Shoal is gonna look and be like, you guys got this. And he's just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and he's just gonna start beating up skeletons.
I just imagine him going off like, come
30,
here.
20, 19. So both those hit. 6. So he manages to slaughter this skeleton out of existence as he just starts slamming his fists into it. Lifka pass, so he is not ensnared, and he is going to point a finger at Ivy because
Did you make
just
him-
cast a cone of cold at him. Huh?
Did you make him roll the save again at the start of his turn?
Oh, it's at the start of its turn again?
It's when I cast it, and at the start of your turn, if you're in the web, and if you enter the web during your turn.
Okay. He rolled a non-natural 20.
Okay, fuck that guy still.
Look, he's done with this. And he's going to point a finger at the wizard that just cast Cone of Cold on him.
Oh shit.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Ivy.
I'm gonna say no, you don't.
He's going to use his last 3rd level slot to say, no, you don't. No, I don't.
Okay, good. That's great. Fuck that guy.
Okay, so I'm making a con save.
Yep.
Okay.
That is correct. There's some hand waving that goes on, yeah?
Can he counterspell my counter spell if he's attempting to already cast a leveled spell?
Yes. It
It's
is a reaction. So now he doesn't have any reaction until the start of his next turn. This is his new turn's reaction. But he
It's
can,
leveled.
because counterspell, I believe, it's just somatic. It's literally just a wave of the hand.
Right, but it's a leveled spell. So if he cast a leveled spell on his reaction, he can't cast a leveled spell as his action.
If you cast a leveled spell as a bonus action, you cannot cast a leveled spell as an action.
The reaction is a different type of action.
Interesting. Okay.
Anyways, I rolled a freaking 6. So let's see what the
Okay.
hell happens here.
That is.
I'm scared.
Good knowing you, Ivy.
I know, right? Whip his ass, y'all.
35 points of necrotic damage as this blight spell reaches out of his finger.
35. Damn. I have 3 hit points.
Oof.
Oof.
Woo!
Last
close.
ditch efforts. That is his turn. That brings us up to Sunny Shield Ivy.
Okay, Sonny. Do your thing. Mess him up.
Well,
I have healers healing, so I can heal myself for a little bit.
I think Sunny. Do I want to move the light south a little bit? Yes, I think I want to move it a little bit south so the
Skeletons get hit.
Well, then I'd have to hit Shoal.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Are the zombies in the back? They haven't been moving yet.
They have not. They did fail their saves and take the damage. They are barely able to move if they wanted to.
You know what? I'm just going to leave it where it is because I think it will finish them off.
Okay.
I can't think of a place I would move it that would be more meaningful.
Right.
Which leaves me 10, 20, 30. Just a little bit too far away. 10, 20, 30, 35. Sure. I think Sunny will hold up her symbol and cast Toll the Dead on Lifka.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Yes, Wisdom 18.
I do believe he rolled a 22.
Okay, that's fine. It was a cantrip.
Yeah.
And Ivy looks in not great shape. So I will bonus action a second with Healing Word,
Thank you.
which is 7 plus 5 is 12 healing.
Thank you.
And And then I will move 10, 20, 30, 30. No, not another yellow circle. I will move 20, 30, 35. I'll basically move over and into the intercept path for if any of the beefy boys start coming south.
Okay. Fair enough.
And to back up Shoal. And I think that is Sunny. Shield is next.
I think so.
Yeah.
Shield will charge into the web.
Cool. What's his speed?
He's moved 40.
He can just get in range.
Yep. He moves in to actually he doesn't even need to go into the web much. He needs to go to there and to take a swing at Lifka.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Reach.
He's going to do it with advantage because
reckless attacks.
Yeah, that Shield is never shy about maybe accidentally taking more damage. AC 21 will probably hit.
21 does hit.
And so this is. Do you need me to split out necrotic or radiant or anything on this?
Nope. Actually, yes.
Okay. So it is 10 points of radiant and 12 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
Hit.
Lifka is on his last leg.
And then on his second swing, I'm going to look real quick to see if 19's crit on him. I think that's a high level fighter. That's a champion fighter thing.
I believe so, but it's possible there's a feat or something.
Yeah, he hasn't spent feet. So roll a pair of 19's.
I mean, 19
for an additional 20 AC 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
An additional 12 damage of magical slashing.
And with this second slash, Lifka does fall to the ground, motionless. The remaining zombies and skeletons all clatter and drop to the ground motionless as Lifka's blood drains into the ground beneath him. I'm not going to make it take that long because this was a long battle and we are going a little long tonight. So I'm just going to go through. There's not a ton of loot around. Most of the loot was inside the tower. But you guys do notice that Lifka's robes are extremely nice robes.
Yeah, we're stealing that shit.
For sure.
I want to make sure that he's not going to like resurrect or something and have Shield do some like beheading.
Okay. So Shield like uses his glaive and saws through the neck and lifts the head off. Are you guys taking the head or just throwing it somewhere?
I don't really want to carry around a dead man's head.
I don't think any of us do.
I'm gonna
but I want his mask.
I'm going to do a ceremony on the body so he can't raise his undead.
There you go. That's fair. Sure.
Can I disintegrate the head? I don't have disintegrate, but I'll just like fireball it or some shit.
Sure. Yeah. You firebolt over and over again until the head is just ashes smeared on the ground and drifting.
Yes. And
I know that guy is wearing a mask, so we're stealing it beforehand.
Yes.
Yep. He does have this like glass mask with like blue streaks on it.
There you go.
So you can certainly take his mask. It doesn't feel magical. The robes definitely seem, even after all the damage, the robes are relatively like unharmed. It's very clear that the robes are some kind of magical.
Okay. I think once we take the robes off, Ivy just wants to punch the body just one good time.
Okay.
Or yeah, you just see this little like super lanky person just just one more time and then just like leave. Before Sunny does the rites and stuff. Sure. I just want that bit in there.
Yep. So yeah, all of this is going on. Ivy takes the head to the side and starts burning it as Sunny does her ceremony. And as she's finishing, Ivy walks up and just puts a solid punch into Lifka's gut. Alvira has taken the robes from him. And eventually you all look around, and after a couple minutes and these rituals and things going on, and you see, yes, none of these zombies, none of these skeletons are getting up. Nothing's moving. it's finally over. You guys begin making your way back to town. And you go, yep.
I want to check the hags' bodies before
Okay.
we go back too. And I want to make sure Ivy gets her Mac bracelets back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you definitely find them. They've certainly been burned and injured a bit from fireballs and webs and all kinds of things going on, flaming spheres. But you are able to get the macaroni bracelets back. Other than that, there's nothing of super note. Like there's probably a couple daggers that you find that maybe were used for some kind of ritual or something. But it seemed like any of the magical gear was Lifka's that he either guarded in his tower or used himself.
Okay, good. I just wanted to, I don't really care about gear. I just wanted to make sure that they were like withering away into their haggy nothingness.
Definitely. Yeah. And they definitely are, of course. Mr. Worldwide can have things happen, but from everything you can tell, everything here other than you all is dead. Shoal kind of wanders back up to you guys and is like, okay, I really want to get out of here.
Us too, bro.
We can show you the way.
Yeah, come hold my hand.
You guys make your way back up through the tunnel. It takes you a while. You know, it was a long tunnel. It was like an hour or two walk, but you do eventually make your way back into the catacombs, then up the stairs and back into the town.
Straight
You notice
to the lighthouse and back home to Calfax, because fuck this place.
So you guys do go to Calfax.
Yes. I want the hell out of here. Get us out.
We brought t-shirts for the acolytes.
Definitely perk up at the sound of Calfax. He's heard stories, and if he can get to see it himself, that'd be pretty cool. So if there's no issue, Shoal would go with you all back to Calfax.
He helped save our bacon. He gets to come too.
That's right.
And the threat and doom of Lifka and the Matrian mothers and their whatever they were plotting seems to have been dealt with for now. You guys did not find anything else of note there. I assume someone, I believe, has identified, and I assume at some point is going to identify.
I'm gonna do it when we get home before a long rest.
Definitely. Let me just double check something super quickly.
I hope it's the robe that I think it is.
They are robes of the Archmagi. Your identify spell does notice something else on them, but it cannot tell what it is.
Oh, something else on them, but can't tell what it is.
I believe robes of the Archmagi can be attuned by a sorcerer, wizard, or warlock.
Yep, I'm gonna give it to Ivy because it's gonna give her a base AC 15, and it will raise your spell attack and DC both by 2. So go right ahead because you are now here.
That's right.
You sit down in the chair so I can coronate you with your staff of power and your robe of the Archmagi. Yeah, we're doing our own little coronation ceremony for Ivy as we pass her the 2 items of power that go to the Archmage of Calfax.
Yep, I will make her a macaroni crown.
Yes! Yeah!
And you guys have this whole ceremony. It's very, very exciting. You get all of the apprentices, the rich nobles come, and they're very respectful. The place is a little cleaner than it was before. None of them has figured out the Tinker's name yet, so you don't got to teach them a 4th level spell. But they are there. They do, show you the respect that title deserves, especially after how you guys got to Calfax and how you guys saved their butts. They do have respect for you. And it's not till an hour or so after this ceremony, when you finish fully attuning to this robe, that you gain a full understanding into it. And your stomach just drops.
Oh.
As these robes of the Archmagi are cursed, you know that the curse on these robes can only be removed by the devil Nile in the 6th ring of hell.
Guess we're going where I wanted to go anyways, motherfuckers.
Damn it.
And essentially, for your reference, if you want to make sure to put this down on the item when you add it or make a note about it, I have my notes. Me and Jason have talked about this, so he is aware. But the robes will slowly steal your mortality.
Oh.
So you're gonna
After-
become immortal.
After 2 weeks of wearing the robes, you lose your racial features. And every 2 weeks after that, your maximum HP is reduced by 10.
Oh.
If your max HP is reduced to 0, you will not die, but you will be transformed into an undead lich.
That's so
Rude.
tempting.
And I think that's a
Undead
good
lich.
place to end. You guys have dealt with the threat. You got back. You had your little celebration, but there's always another problem in the world.
Oh my
Always.
gosh.
Well, do you remember when I told you guys I wanted to go to Glaciava anyways to see Levi, who happens to also live in the Sixth Circle? I mean, hey, family vacation.
Oh my god.
You have a weird family.
I'm gonna have to finally contact other plane and be like, yo, what the hell?
Nah. You won't have to do none of that.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna become an undead lich.
All right. Well, since there's that, and you did all your fancy DM stuff, I want to say thank you for the last handful of weeks. I know we are leveling up, so that I think puts us at level 11. And this will be the last Thursday session that we have until the fall, because it's coming into summer and warmer months, and all of us want to be outside getting some sun on our skin. So with everybody being busy all the time, we're going to take a little bit of a season break and come back with the show in the fall. So we will run our final Thursday night raid out over to Guild Superior, and we will see everybody hopefully for our Monday and Tuesday show. Tuesday is fucking fun. It's a whole blast. We are play testing Rescue Rainbow City by Awfully Queer Heroes, and if you haven't watched the show, you are missing out. So on that note, I bid you goodbye and farewell and adieu until the fall, my dear friends.